Grinding of the gears. Daryl, I promised you I had a story about going through Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'll make this quick.
Let's hear it. Because
All right.
So far, I'm gathering your impression of Oklahoma is not the greatest. I don't think you're looking for properties. You and Mrs. Stahl are going to be searching for vacation homes.
I like the place, generally speaking, but I got to the tollway on 44, and I knew it was a tollway, but if you're in Illinois and you're on a tollway, you roll up there and you give them your credit card, you get a tag. A lot of places just give you a ticket, and then as you end up through the state, they say, oh, you went through 28 places, now you owe $28. Whatever.
Pay online.
Whatever,
or something, yeah.
So I get to the tollway spot, I pull off, I'm in the cash, and there's a lot of people. The line is really long. And the semi in front of me, I swear to God, I sat there for 7 or 8 minutes waiting. I'm like, what is going on? And everybody else is waiting this long, too. So I get up there, and I roll up, and I'm literally holding out my SEFQ debit card. And the gal looks at me like, we don't take cards. It needs to be cash. And I'm like, I don't have cash.
Oh, then you're out of luck.
Exactly. I'm like, what do you do, throw me off the road? Right. She goes, well, there's a process you got to go through. And so all of a sudden, it's just, I could tell she was put out. Listen, lady, the reason I'm from out-of-state plates and I'm in the cash-only lane, you have to deal with this a million times a day.
Yeah, they're visitors to the state, most of them.
I'm going to fill out this envelope for you, and you have to pay this when you get off the tollway. Are you going all the way through? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Where's that go? She goes, well, it's by Tulsa. If you go through Tulsa, you got to go to an ATM. You got to get off the road, and you got to pay. Because if you don't, the highway transport or the highway patrol will get involved and they'll give you a ticket. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Okay. I don't even, and the worst part is I'm driving the FJ. The FJ doesn't have a GPS on it, so I don't really know how far Tulsa is. I'm using my phone just to tell me where to go, but I like having like an overhead, kind of like an idea where I'm at in the world versus what the GPS is telling me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't know where Tulsa's at. I don't know where the tollway ends. Just give me the thing. So she fills it out by hand. She writes my name. She writes my driver's license number. She writes down the car, the plate number.
Because you couldn't be trusted to do that by yourself.
Exactly.
All right.
And she goes, you got to give this envelope to the whatever, but make sure you get off and get cash. Okay. So I don't know. An hour or two later, I'm in Tulsa, and I pull off. And I'm telling you what, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I hate Illinois, and I don't hate Illinois. I hate the Illinois Tollway Association or administration or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But at least we can take credit cards.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I can at least hold my credit card up and it rings it through, and I get through. It is what it is. It sucks, but it's automated. Right. And this road obviously gets a lot of people because I saw New York plates. I saw plates from every other part of the country.
Oklahoma is a giant interstate
44 goes, from Texas to Missouri. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, those Texas and Missouri, man, Amarillo to Columbia, that's the road. So I'm thinking every worst thing about Oklahoma and how much I hate this toll road, and I literally have lost faith in humanity that humans should not be doing this job. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go through the automated station at the grocery store from now on because
I'm going to self-checkout.
Screw humans. This is where I'm at.
Right?
I'm hating this woman, and so I get off in Tulsa. And I type in ATM. And if you take 44 through Tulsa, you end up in like the south side of Tulsa. It was kind of a weird spot. I put an ATM. Next thing I know, I end up at an ATM for Bitcoin.
What?
It was like a head shop with like weird drawings on the side of the place. I'm like, I'm not going in there.
It says ATM in the back, and you keep going. It's in the back of an RV. I'm
like, I got $20 in Bitcoin, which is probably worth $21 now. Yeah. Anyway,
that's sketch.
Yeah, so I'm like, this isn't good. So then I found a Bank of America, so I drove up there. I mean, all told, I probably spent 25, 30 minutes off the road just to find an ATM because of whatever her name was. And so an hour later, I took out $60. Because I don't even know how much a toll is going to be. I know she didn't write down the amount or anything like that. I'm like, this could be a $20 toll. I mean, you're going across the state. So I get back on the highway, Tulsa, and, a while later, I end up at the final toll booth. And, again, I have hated on the existence of this woman that I met and the tollway system through Oklahoma. Hated them. I paid the $3 fee for my $60. I'm thinking I've wasted 25 minutes. Human beings suck, and I don't know why I travel without cash. But anyway, I get to the toll booth, and I run into Sandy. Sandy, number 1701 is her employee ID.
On her badge?
On her badge. And I saw it on her receipt, too, so I could quantify that and verify it. But Sandy 1701 was sweet as pie. She reminded me of the secretary from Ferris Bueller.
Oh,
the girl who stuck she kept pulling pens out of her hair.
Grace. Yeah.
Grace. But she was so nice. She's like, oh, you got one of those? Okay, let me have that. And it's going to be...
Did she call you sugar?
Maybe. She goes, it's going to be $10. Do you have that? And I said, yeah. I pulled off. She goes, okay, well, let me do all this for you. I said, can I get receipts? She goes, oh, no problem. And she took care of me. And the whole time I felt like I was being nurtured by like a grandmother type person. I'm like, God bless her.
Yeah.
God bless Sandy.
Why couldn't she have been at the beginning?
I know. They need to switch places.
They do.
Sandy should have been there because all I could think of was, I hope Sandy gets a good pension. Sandy probably goes home to a nice husband and probably makes him dinner. And it's just like, I love Sandy.
Yeah.
Maybe I was punchy by that point. I'm not sure. But,
maybe. It might have been the 5-hour energy kicking in or... Whatever.
Maybe Steve Brown gets this way. Maybe he gets a little misty as he gets through the big runs.
But bottom line is the highway patrol did not get involved.
No, but there was highway patrol people pulled over at the end, and so they were searching the car. It probably smelled like marijuana or something like that. But all I could think of was that first lady was dead on. You know, that guy didn't have his $5, and that guy's getting pulled over.
Here's his license plate. Go get him.